You know,
that's
Deeyana, we really
-0.0.
love you being on here with us. And I was wondering how you got started in this business. Who sort of put the bug in your ear?
Well, me. All right. Okay. So back in the day, I used to live in the city as a musician, which is so hold on. That was minus $110.
Well managed.
Yeah.
Well managed.
So yeah, if so when I was a musician, I lived in the city, which is kind of like Wall Street of London. It's a financial center, and we used to have a lot of gigs in and around bars there. So with that meant that I was hanging around a lot of bankers and people who worked for investment banks. So one day I kind of got chatting to one of my friends who was a trader himself, and he said, "Oh, you have all that like discipline and stuff and intelligence. Maybe you should try trading because, if I can do it, I mean, I bet you can definitely do it." And I was like, me, finance, like I'm really bad at maths. It was like literally my worst subject. And yet I was a pretty good student overall. And he said, no, it's not necessarily like all maths, it's a lot to do with patterns. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, mate. But he then showed me candlestick charts. And to me, I thought they looked like musical notes, like a music sheet. Right. So immediately I was like, what is that? I like that. And I got obsessed. I got home and I started looking into it and searching. And basically I just caught the bug. And I just thought to myself, oh my God, this is like a psychological blueprint of the entire financial world. I need to know how this works. And that kicked off my 16-year journey to become a trader. So obviously I started as a swing trader, independent, just trading my own money. In the first year though, I didn't do that great because this was like 2007. I didn't know what I was doing because I came from a non-financial background. I was a musician, and yes, I was a pretty high-level musician, but I had never seen anything financial up until that point. So when I saw the guy next time, that was like probably about, 8-9 months after, and I said, yeah, I mean, man, I tried it, but I don't know. It's like it all seems impossible. And he said, no, let me teach you this thing, supply, demand, buyers, sellers. So in a way, I was, at the very beginning, I was immediately put on the right path to not use retail nonsense indicators that lag, but he was immediately teaching me how to read price action. And then from there on out, again, I got really obsessed. As soon as I started systematically looking at how the prices behaved upon leaving the zones and stuff, I started having success. So for about 5 years after that, I was a swing trader and I only traded euro-dollar. And I did pretty well. I started on a really small account. I started on like a $2,000 account. And then I grew that to about 250K. And that's pounds. And with the exchange rate back then, it was probably close to $500,000. And then the markets changed in 2012. So I started struggling. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not giving up now. Like I was already on the path to give up my music career completely, because I really like trading. Like it was like my new passion and my new obsession. So I thought to myself, well, I managed to make all this cash as a swing trader. Maybe I should make this into a proper career. But because I didn't come from any kind of a financial background, that meant I had to find a program that would teach me how to do intraday trading, which I wasn't very good at that point. So I actually found a program in Chicago. They basically just wanted fresh people who didn't come from a financial background. And obviously it cost money. But at the end of that, they would give you a funded account. That was the old business model. So I went in there. They taught us a little bit about volume profile. They didn't really teach us market profile to the depth that John teaches people.
Right.
But it was enough for me to start turning a corner intraday, because I could still trade as a swing trader. But, I had the problem of using stop losses that were way too large. So I never got the positive risk reward. It was always like 0.5, 0.8, 0.5, and then time would run out. The only thing that partially made sense to me that sort of kept me out of trouble was the average daily ranges as a timing helper. So that was okay. And I kind of modeled through my simulated period. So they gave me an account. And from there on out, I was just constantly improving. And then I think in about 2016, I think I came across Topstep. And that's where I learned about market profile and everything. And they became my first prop firm. I couldn't stay in Chicago. It was way too cold for me. So I scampered off back to London. So yeah. And then I looked for another prop firm. But I ended up working for an asset management firm for about a month. Completely hated that. So, yeah. And here we are. many moons later, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Self-Made Dude says, I knew a Juilliard piano teacher who also saw charts as musical notes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar. I mean, everything is pattern-based, right? So it makes a lot of sense.
Right. Awesome.